Okay, so the first one that we're going to be making today is a heating pad sock, or also like a neck warmer kind of thing. So I luckily had a sock that was missing a pair, so that worked out perfectly. And what you're going to want is actually, before we get started, I'm not very good at this, but I just want to start off by saying that what got me into making like my own products like this and stuff is that I'm on a journey to being zero waste. And so what that means is that I'm trying to buy the least amount of packaging that I possibly can to reduce what I put into the landfill. So a lot of the products that I get, I try to shop at like bulk stores and different things like that. Like Sprouts has a lot of bulk bins right now. Not so much because of the virus, like everything's kind of packaged. So I get that, but that's what kind of got me started on this journey and trying to make my own things so that I don't have to buy as many products that have a package that just gets thrown away. So it's a fun thing to do also because you just have this stuff kind of lying around anyway, and it's just less money and it's more sustainable for the environment. So back at it. Okay, so sock. And then you're gonna want about 1.5 to 2 cups. I always use organic brown rice, but you can use whatever rice you have lying around the house. And the 2 essential oils that I'll be using are lavender and peppermint. So peppermint is really great for tension. It's great for when you have headaches. It's also really soothing. Lavender, of course, is very calming and relaxing. So just the combination of them together for this heating pad is great. And so this heating pad is awesome. Like if you have menstrual cramps, if you have a headache, you can put it on your head or on your neck. And that's why I actually like the longer sock anyway, because it can wrap around your neck like super nice. It's also good for like sore muscles or aches and pains. So if you are working out, Andrea, and you have some sore muscles, you can put this on there and it'll be perfect. So you can use a funnel or you can just kind of like pour it in. But first you want to add the essential oils, and I'm just going to add it directly into the measuring cup. And you can use, like, if you like it to smell really, really strong, then you can probably add like 10 to 20 drops of each scent. But if you don't want it as strong, then you can cut that in half. So you'll just add it directly. And it already smells fantastic. I love essential oils. And then you're just gonna take a spoon and mix it up. Super easy. It's such an easy thing to do. And if you're like handy with sewing and stuff, like you can also get some cute fabric and make a little pouch. You can get some old washcloths that you don't use anymore and you can sew those up to make a little pouch. And it's another little nice thing if you just want to make something really easy and fun for a friend, or a nice thing to do for someone that's expecting a baby, and they can use it while they're in labor. And so after that, I don't know how this is going to go. Hopefully I don't make a mess, but I probably will. Just going to want to put the funnel in there. Actually, assistant, can you help me? Thank you. You have assistant Joseph here today. And then you're just gonna wanna pour that in there. Perfect. And so if you want it like extra full, you can use more rice. But I think that's good for me. And so a really easy thing, if you're not super handy with sewing, you can literally just put a twine around it and tie it up. But I'm probably gonna sew mine. So for sewing it, you just want to fold over the ends a couple times. just like so. Hopefully you can see that. And I want to make sure it's nice and tight because rice can fall out. Then you'll just take your needle and start sewing it. Or if you have a sewing machine and you're handy that way, you can also, of course, just sew it with a sewing machine super easily. And so once it's all sewn up, I'm not going to sew it here all the way because that's going to take a minute. But you'll just want to make sure that it's nice and secure on both ends and all the way down. And then you can pop this guy in the microwave for like 2 minutes. And that should hold the heat for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And each time you heat it up, it smells really good. It's really weird to smell a sock, but the sock smells good. So there's that. Thank you. So that was easy for the first one. And again, like if you have some random socks lying around that you're like, what do I do with the sock? Just make a heating pad, give it away. Easy, and it doesn't have to end up in the landfill. The next one we'll be doing is a coffee and face scrub. A coffee face and body scrub, sorry. And this is another one where you'll just have, this is, let's see here, a half cup of ground coffee, and this is fresh coffee. You can use used coffee grounds, but that'll be like a one-time use, because if you have the used coffee grounds, it can go like moldy and weird if you try to keep it. So fresh is better, but if you just have like random coffee grounds that you don't want to throw away, then you can use those as well. And so you'll just do that into the bowl. And then you have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I use organic brown sugar, but you can use whatever brown sugar you have lying around. And you'll just add that to the mix. And so about the coffee, so coffee is really good for circulation, and it's also really good for helping lessen the appearance of cellulite. So if you're using it like in the shower, you can scrub around your body or your face, and it'll really help with that circulation. And then the brown sugar is good for scrubbing and exfoliating. And then the coconut oil, which is a 1/4 cup, is good for cleansing. So coconut oil is super, super good for your skin. I actually use it on my skin every day and in my hair every day. And it's a really easy way to just combine all these ingredients together. And then lastly, if you have like vanilla extract at home, you can also use that to kind of help it smell a little better. But I'm going to be using tea tree oil. So tea tree oil is really good for acne prone skin, which is my problem. So you can just add a couple drops of that into the mix. And this is what I'm gonna use today to scrub my face. This is gonna help get all the dry skin off, dead skin cells, and it'll help again with that circulation and cleansing of the skin. So you'll just wanna mix it up and make sure that it's all combined well. And then you can get a cute little jar and just add it to your supplies in your bathroom. And then like throughout it, you can just make sure that the consistency is okay and that you feel like there's enough scrubbies in there, and or that it's silky enough to the way you want it. And that's about it for that one. I would demonstrate right now, but it would be super messy. So, yay! And that's it for that one. Oh, the tea tree oil is actually also antibacterial, which is why it's good for acne. Next is a rice scrub. So again, I use organic brown rice, but you can use whatever rice you have lying around. The reason why I like the organic brown rice is because it has vitamin E. A lot of rice that you get like conventionally is going to have a lot of that nutrients like taken out of it. So you're not going to have that great vitamin E that's really good for your skin. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to take about a half cup of rice, and you can either put it in the blender, which is the fastest, and that's what I do, or you can use a pestle and mortar and grind it up yourself, or you can use a rolling pin and also break it down. But you want it to be to where it's like beads. I don't know if you can see that, instead of like powder. So just make sure that you're not grinding it so much that it's just gonna be powdery, but that it's actually gonna be bead-like and exfoliate the way you need it to. And so after you've blended it up, you can literally just use this and add some water and scrub your skin and your body with it, or you can use half a lemon and just dip it directly into the rice. And this will actually help cleanse your skin as well and clarify it. And then you can use the lemon and directly scrub it onto your body and then on your face too. It's really, really nice. So that is such an easy one. So easy that I'm done already with that one. My assistant finished mixing the coffee scrub. It looks great. I'm really excited to use this today. The next one is one of my favorites because I can eat it while it's on my face. This one is a papaya face mask. I don't know if y'all like papaya, but I think it's pretty delicious. So I only used about a fourth of it because the papaya I have is huge. So depending on how much you want to cover on your body, then that's how much blended papaya you want. But all I did was blend that up. And so now it's like a nice little puree. And you're gonna want about a tablespoon of maple syrup. Yum. You're just gonna wanna add that right in there. And then about just a splash or however much lemon you want. Again, this is gonna be cleansing to the skin. So I just use a splash. So about a fourth of a lemon squeezed. And then you just wanna mix it up. And you can use your fingers to spread this onto your skin. I won't do that right now because then I'll be a little papaya monster. But with whatever you have left over, you can literally just snack on it while it's on your face. It's pretty awesome. So that's that one. Super easy. Smells good. I want to eat it now. All right. Wow, we're speeding through these, aren't we? Okay, the next one is a hair mask. So this one is super good right now because it's really dry in Colorado. And that means our hair is getting super brittle. It's drying up. We might be getting some dandruff in our hair. So this is a really awesome one to kind of exfoliate your scalp and help rehydrate your hair and your scalp. So you're gonna want a fourth cup of coconut oil. And if you have less hair or if you have more hair, then of course you can adjust the measurements. I have quite a bit of hair, so I'm gonna use a fourth cup of coconut oil. And the nice thing about this one, it's super easy to remember. Everything is the same measurement. So a fourth cup of everything. So a fourth cup of brown sugar. So can you mix that a little bit? And then a fourth cup of olive oil. And I just use organic olive oil, but you can use whatever olive oil you have at home. And this is gonna be really good for hydrating the hair, making it nice and silky. And I love olive oil because it makes it really shiny too. And so this specific blend of ingredients has essential fatty acids, it has vitamins, it has minerals. And what these do is it breaks down the sebum in your hair. And if, so sebum is a really weird word, but essentially there's small glands in our skin that secrete an oil that's called sebum. And so sometimes we can get an excess amount of sebum because we might be overwashing our hair, or it's so dry that our head or our skin is trying to make up for that oil that we don't have. So this will help kind of re-moisturize and reestablish a healthier kind of balance in our hair. And so there's the brown sugar. And you just want to mix all that up together. And I like to add essential oils to this mix. So rosemary is a really good one for nourishing the scalp. There's also peppermint, which helps stimulate hair growth. So if you're trying to grow your hair, peppermint's a really good one to add to it. Lavender helps calm your scalp. So if you have like an itchy scalp, or if you're kind of dealing with some dandruff, lavender's a really good one to add. Or you can add tea tree oil, again, which also helps calm the scalp and helps with dandruff as well. So for my specific one, I'm going to be adding rosemary. It smells delicious. And again, like to your discretion, like however many drops you want, but I usually do about 5 to 7. And I'm going to be doing peppermint because I want my hair to keep growing. And I like the way it smells. And so you just mix that little guy up. And the brown sugar, again, is going to act as an exfoliant. So you're going to want to make sure you get it in your scalp and just do it in kind of a circular motion all over to kind of get those little dead skin cells out. And with everything that's left over from your scalp, you can just kind of run it through your hair. And once it's all in your hair, on your scalp, you just want to wrap it up with a towel and a plastic bag because it is going to get messy. It is oil, and you don't want to wear like nothing nice when you're doing this. So just do it before bed or on a weekend when you're not going to see anyone. Or all we have is quarantine. What am I talking about? Just do it whenever. When you don't have Zoom sessions. And yeah, just leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes and wash it out and your hair will look beautiful. Okay, the coconut oil didn't melt all the way, so I'll probably pop that bad boy in the microwave, mix it up a little better. That's it for that one. And the last one is gonna be a green tea moisturizer. So I definitely recommend using an essential oil for this one because it smells quite earthy if you don't like the way green tea smells. I thought I would like it by itself and I didn't. So I would add some smell goods to it. So all you want is, I did a half cup. I know in the instructions I sent out, I said a cup, but a half cup ended up being like quite a bit. So that's what I ended up doing. And then you can use like loose leaf, which is what I used, but you can also use bagged tea. And you just wanna cut it open, pour the little loose or the tea out. And this one, I can't really demonstrate because you need like a stove and whatnot. But all you want to do is get the coconut oil, melt it down, add the tea leaves to it, and let it simmer for an hour. So you want it to get kind of a green color, and once it's in there for an hour, you want to let it cool off. And once it's completely cool, you want to strain all the leaves out of it. And so you can use this just using like a really, like a small strainer. I used a loose or like a loose leaf tea strainer. I don't know if you guys have anything like this, but if you don't, you can also just use a washcloth or a cheesecloth, anything to kind of just get those little leaves out. And then you want to let it cool off even more, and then you can whip it up. So I literally just used a fork and I mixed it up. This is literally a 2-ingredient moisturizer, and it didn't come with a package. How awesome. So that's what it looks like. And I'm definitely gonna add lavender to this because it smells earthy, not in a good way. But maybe you guys will like it, maybe not, I don't know. And so I'm just gonna mix that together. And this is definitely a moisturizer that I would recommend using at nighttime because it is an oil base and you don't wanna ruin any of your clothes with it. If you are wearing like a cotton or something like that, it would probably be fine. If you're wearing something silky, probably gonna mess up your clothes. So that's that one. And what I like about this is that green tea has anti-free radicals in it. And so what that means is that it's really skin regenerating because it neutralizes free radicals that cause aging, diseases, cancer, things like that. So it has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and some polyphenols in it as well. And so these all are great for anti-wrinkles, anti-aging, so it's perfect for before bedtime. And that, my friends, is everything. If you want to unmute yourself, if you have questions, or yeah, or if you're good to go, then that's all I have for you.
One question, Mitchie, because I don't make a lot of organic homemade stuff. Is it just like use it within a few days, or use it right away, or keep it in the fridge, or?
So for a lot of the rice, you can literally, it's just rice. It doesn't have anything added to it. So you can just keep it in a container. It won't go bad or anything. Same with the coconut oil. The papaya is probably one that you'd want to use like faster within a few days because it probably would go bad. But everything else, I mean, should keep like in the cupboard. Just make sure you have it covered and everything. But all of this, because it doesn't have like all those preservatives and stuff, like you do want to use it faster than the other stuff. But and again, you could just make a little bit if you only want to use a little bit, or you can make a lot. It's really up to you since you're in control of it.
I thought that was super helpful, and they seem super easy. I could totally probably do some of those.
Yeah, they're super easy, and it's fun because you can, like, if you have little ones at home, you can include them in making these things. Or like me, I invited my assistant Joseph to help me, and so we're gonna have a spa day today. It's gonna be great. Any other questions?
I have a comment. You did such a good job. It was so engaging, and I learned a lot about essential oils and stuff.
Thank you. I was nervous. I had a dream about this, but everything's okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, there's
Mickey. Oh, cute kitty.
It was super helpful.
You do this.
Yeah, that was awesome, Mitchie, and the coffee scrub smells so good. I made it, and I love it.
Awesome. I hope you like it. Let me know if you guys did end up trying any of it, and let me know if it worked out for you. Because, yeah, it's new. I know it's different. Not everyone's used to, like making things themselves. It's very convenient to just go to the store and, like, buy something. Like, coffee scrubs are, like, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks. But this is so cheap. So, yeah. Awesome. You guys have any other questions?